My name is Charles Alex Adama, and the name of my business is Framers Worldwide. We produce wooden picture frames, photo laminates, and lay flat photo books, as well as artistic representations of photos. So basically, that's what we do as a business. I'm a photographer as well, and I used to print my pictures and frame them at a place that was being run by this group of Chinese people. And I wasn't too happy with the way they treated their clients. And most of the guys that also employed were quite rude, and that made it worse. And I actually saw what they were doing, and I felt, oh, I could do this. So I decided to give it a try. And secondly, there were a number of guys in my community who were not employed. I felt, well, if I could start this, I could also employ them, give them a source of livelihood to get them off the streets. So that was the main idea behind Framers Worldwide. And the business, I'm the team lead. I learned this from Kwame Pocho. I'm the team lead, and basically what I do is I train new people, new employees. I train them, and also I set up strategy to run the business in terms of how the day-to-day activities go. And currently, because it's a startup, I mainly do almost everything in terms of marketing, sometimes having to do deliveries, and also being on the job myself as they're working alongside them. That's basically what goes on a day-to-day basis in the business. I believe basically what makes us stand out is the fact that every piece we produce is an art piece on its own. We use pure wood to produce our frames, unlike the plastic types, and also interaction with our clients, meeting their specific needs. I think that helps us to stand out. So we meet specific needs, and also the fact that every piece is bespoke. We try to create something that is unique and different out there in the market. So that, I believe, is what helps us stand out as a business. Okay, when you look at the equipment that we use, they are very expensive, especially for startups. What we do at our place is we actually improvise. So most of the machines that we use, we build them ourselves. And aside the machines being expensive, importing them, duty charges and all that, it makes it very, very difficult for startups to actually kick off from a good point. So that, I think, is a major challenge. And also when it comes to government policies and things like that, it doesn't really favor startups. So many people are not really empowered to actually start their own businesses. That, I think, is a major challenge when it comes to business in Ghana. Everything comes from my pockets. And my wife is very, very supportive. And you start something that people don't really believe it can work. It's difficult for them to put their money into it. We are still in a startup stage. And I wouldn't say we've started seeing profits yet, because everything that comes in has to go back into the business. So most of the finances comes from even friends, just a few friends who see what you're doing, like this thing, there's something good that can come out of it. They chip in something here, something there. But I've not really stepped out to seek financial support from an institution or anything like that. Everything comes from our own pockets. That's how it's been from day one. But it's getting better in the sense that we are not where we used to be. I personally don't like the idea of borrowing, because you it makes me feel I'm a slave to the one I borrowed from. That is one reason. And I've also had experiences whereby I borrowed money to do business and it didn't really go well. I mean, you have all the plan, it's wonderful on paper, but you start the business and everything just backfires. Not that you are doing your best, but everything just goes haywire and you have to find money to pay what you borrowed and things like that. So that's the main reason why I'm not so into borrowing money into business personally. The Chinese. Most clients can't tell the difference between pure wood and plastic and sawdust mixed together to produce wood. And when you try to explain to them, well, what they see is what they go with. They say, oh, this person is doing it for this price. Why are you also doing it for this price? So basically, for us, the kind of business that we're doing, we think they are the main challenge. We don't really, it's not really a challenge per se. It's all about how to communicate to your clients. But then you can't reach out to every one of them. So they come with a certain idea in mind. They come with a certain price range. So when even though your work is good, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, the Chinese man is still doing it for, let's say, half or even quarter of the price that you are giving yours at. That is what I think is the main challenge in our area of business. First of all, what I would say is that be clear on what you want to do. I didn't have it that way. I'm an artist, and at every point in time, there were so many things running through my mind. Today I'm here, tomorrow I'm there. It's taken a lot for me to actually settle on some of the few things that I really want to do, and also why I want to do them. And secondly, entrepreneurship is not as beautiful as many people think it is. It's a very, very lonely road. Very, very, very lonely. There are days, or not even days, there are months that you literally have to empty your account to pay people when you have not paid yourself. We've been doing this for a year now, and almost for the first 8 months, I never took salary from the company. You have to pay people. They don't care whether business has come or not. I don't know the man, they're just looking at you, yes, what's up? So it's a very, very lonely road. Very, very lonely. But then if you have something before you and you know this is where you are getting to or this is where you are going, that I think gives you that drive. So be prepared. It's a lonely place. That's what I can say. Be very, very prepared. And many motivational speakers make people feel, oh, once you start it, the following year you're a billionaire. It's a lie. It's a lie. Nobody becomes a billionaire overnight. So that's the little advice I would give. But be clear on what you want to do. Be clear on where you are going. And know that there's a price to pay. If you're not ready to pay that price, then you should be ready to enjoy the price. That's as simple as it is. Oh, just like the name sounds, better business for Africa. So I think it's a great platform. It's a great place. I mean, for people to actually be selfless in helping others to have a better business for Africa, it's a plus. It's a good thing. Because there are so many things that people don't really get to hear before starting business. So if there's a platform like this where you actually get to hear people's experiences, it's a wonderful place, and I just want to say they should keep up what they are doing. God bless you so much. My wife has been part of my business right from day one. Actually, she's the one who believed in me even before I believed in myself and what I carry. I grew up with so much inferiority. I had a very serious dose of inferiority complex. And she is the one who has helped me to actually come out of it. and managing my business. I'm not a manager. I'm the kind of person who produce the thing. So sometimes I even produce the work is there, but it's not selling. I'm not stepping out there to sell it. She'll pick it up, get it sold. So I don't know how it will work in other families, but in my family, it works beautifully for me. And she's been part of this business from the very, very first day.